You want to know what it's like starting over on the Gulf Coast? Let me tell you. Okay, so it's Mardi Gras season down here in the South, along the whole Gulf Coast, pretty much from East Texas to Panhandle of Florida and beyond. Um, yeah, so so Mardi Gras season. It's technically maybe about a month and a half. Places like New Orleans tend to start a little earlier, but right now it's in full swing. This is pretty much the big week. And so this is the first weekend that they're doing it. This is a yearly event. People go nuts for it. It's a part of the culture. Mardi Gras it's it. It's one of the few things like this still left in the United States. And I'll tell you, if you were to go down there, you wouldn't think we would be having all these issues on the news. And that's the thing about being down here. Since I moved down here, I don't really watch the news as much. I mean, you pick up on things, but people are just living their lives. They're so full of life. I mean, there's so much to do, so much outdoor activity. If you're into fishing, boating, uh, food. I mean, it's just a whole different lifestyle down here, and I love it. It's just slower. It's not the rat race. People aren't as stressed out. Food, drink, and celebration. That's really kind of I don't know. It's the culture down here. And yeah, I mean, I'm loving being down here in the Gulf. This is just one of the things, that separates it, from, my life in California. It just seems like a lot of families and people come together here. Everybody's real friendly. They're down home. They're respectful. I mean, even the kids call you, say yes, sir, no, sir to me, you know. And I mean, you go down to the gas station and the lady behind the counter will call you baby. I mean, it's a whole different vibe down here. And I'm really embracing it. And I'm grateful that there are still places like this left. Um, yeah, because out in California, it just, I mean, people were friendly, but it was very like surface level friendly. And I don't know. I'm not gonna do the comparison thing, but starting over here, I will say when I first moved here, yeah, it was a lot. I had to learn to slow down. I had to slow down because when you come from a place like California, you're constantly going. You know, uh, you're thinking in numbers. How much is this going to cost? What is it? And you talk faster. And the same goes for people probably from New York or up north. Chicago. Some of the bigger cities. And but I just found that slowly I just kind of had to. You don't have to fit so many words into one sentence. Some things can just be dealt with one word. Um, and that's a revelation. I mean, it's really has been a pathway to peace for me. Um, Weather. So, like I said, I've been here for about a year. I came in. during the spring last year. I just missed Mardi Gras, and but the springs are amazing here. You get these incredible like rainstorms. I mean, just lightning, thunder, and they'll usually come in around like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, dump for about 2 to 3 hours, and then it clears up. But I will say that there is humidity down here. So if you don't like humidity, the South is not for you. It gets humid. And as you get into the summer, it starts to get, hot. So you've got some muggy weather. The cool thing about where I live currently, Mobile Bay, we do get a breeze off that bay. Um, but yeah, the summers they get pretty hot and humid. So I had to learn how to dress for that. So I started buying you know, mixed fabrics, tech fabrics, things. Cotton is your worst enemy. Um, so yeah, you definitely want, blended, blended tech fabrics, things like that. Linen, that's another good thing. So summers, hot, humid, you learn to dress for that. It's an easy fix. Now fall is a beautiful time. Like it's beautiful down here during the fall. Like all the leaves are falling. Um, you get nice mild temperatures, some rainstorms. Um, in this particular area of Alabama and just in the United States, they get more rainfall here than Seattle or Washington. So that's something to take into account. So you learn to dress for the weather here. And now, right now, we're in the middle of winter. I'd say the average temperature is about anywhere during the day from 45 to 65. And then at night, you can see temperatures drop down 40. And I've seen it as low as 22 degrees at night. So it gets cold. You get cold down here as well. So I'm adjusting, you know. But my biggest takeaway is, leaving a state like California where you were just under all this stress, financial stress, just political stress, just environment, cultural stress, just so many different little stresses that are just kind of like, just, I felt like it was just chipping away at just trying to be a normal human being who doesn't want to be a part of the chaos, but you can't, not out there. It's in your face. And it's digging into your wallet. So, but coming down here, I would say things are about 30 to 50% cheaper than it was in California. So that's been a huge stress relief for me. Um, yeah, gas is like 250 when the gas out in California when I was out there last was like 550. Um, yeah, everything here is like I said is about 30 to 50% cheaper. Rent is cheaper. Homes significantly cheaper to buy. Uh, but it's just, yeah, it's cool, man. What else? There was something else I was gonna talk about. Hmm, what was it? Anyways, I'll have to when I remember, I'll make another video. Anyway, so that's been the adjustment, and all the adjustments have been good. Everything's been good. Um, when I got here, I by trade I am a barber. I cut hair. Been doing that for 20 years of my life, and I was fortunate enough to come into town, and within a month, I'm buying a guy's barbershop who wanted to go out of business. So I ended up buying his business, and so I ended up starting a business as soon as I got down here. So the opportunity was just there. I'm making pretty much what I was making out in California, but it's going a lot further because all my expenses are lower. So um, I will say that I am probably in that one of the higher living what would you say higher cost of living areas of Alabama, or at least this part of the Gulf Coast. This seems to be a really desirable place to live. A lot of people moving in, so um, into the area that I'm at. But there's plenty of other places that are just as beautiful. I just ended up here, and I can afford it, but I don't know if you're coming from anywhere else or you're just trying to figure it out like I was. There's a lot of places. Just get on it, just Google and Zillow and start figuring it out. Figure out what you can afford, figure out, how you want, what type of lifestyle you want. My lifestyle might not be what everybody, anybody wants. I just ended up here. I found it. It worked out for my prerequisites that I wanted. Somewhere coastal, rural, small town, and within an hour of an airport. And that's where I'm at. So, um, but yeah, so the adjustment, I would say the overall adjustment is just me learning to adjust my tempo and to slow down and just enjoy it. Not try to force anything, not try to be hustler, because that mentality does not belong here, and people will shut you out around here for it. If you come in with a very progressive, you know, let's go, 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 attitude, people will do like you'll be shunned. Like you will be shut out. And fortunately I caught on to that quick because down here it's like people don't talk fast and they don't move fast and they what I mean? They're not nothing's fast around here. And if you come in here trying to like move and shake and trying to hustle and make all this money or whatever you're trying to do, it doesn't work down here. You will feel the ramifications very quickly. Luckily, I had some people take me under the wing, and they told me, "Hey, just kick back, relax, watch," you know, and that was huge. That was huge for me, because it's easy to come from a place like California and you know I don't know, have that attitude. It's not like a bad attitude. It's just you're just very driven, because you're in that kind of environment in California where, you know, people have to work like two or three jobs. So you're constantly going, you're hustling, trying to make your bills. But down here, it's like everything's so affordable that it's like that's not even, I don't know. It's not as big of an issue. It's not a survival issue like it was out in California. So at least for me, that's been my experience. So that's been the adjustment. I'm going to make more videos. I know these ones are just kind of talking point videos. I'm just kind of getting used to recording and talking and sharing and yeah, as well as just processing, this experience and trying to pass this knowledge on. I'm sure I'll get better, but for now this is what I've got. So, if you liked it, give me a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and I'll catch you next time.